Gosh, don't look at me. There's something wrong with my with my um ring light, like the wires and stuff. I think I need to buy a new one. I think it's time. Hello, Maluski. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, House of Tribe. Hello, Miss Shayna. How are you? I will now invite Ultimate um uh, yes club member. Hello, Pat Infante. Hi, hello. Hi,
Hello.
Chichi. Hello, good
Good
evening.
evening.
Yay! So I posted on my feed that you are the ultimate yes woman.
Yes. Yes
This
talaga.
is this is the wing palette, Jo. I guess my first ever question for now would be, have you always been a yes woman?
Not really. Depends, I guess, on what I'm going to say yes to.
Okay.
Mhm. But
Does that mean like you develop this,
yep,
or you're just saying yes to protons?
yes.
Protons lang yun ni yes.
Protons lang
Yung
yan ng
iba
yes.
hindi. Yung iba
Ay!
hindi.
Yung iba hindi.
May
Or
may
maybe because,
favoritism ba?
at saka, I think before I was more, I would say, scared to say yes kasi
Ah.
it's scary. Kumbaga, di ba? When you say yes, it means you're
Ay, nawala. Madami siyang sinasabi. Hello. Hello, Chuchi. Hello, Aika. Hello, Adrienne. Hello, guys. Okay, let's invite her again. Oh,
okay.
there
And,
you are. Nahulog.
oo nga eh. Again.
Nahulog. Again. So, my question was, who do you say yes to? Baka, because you said parang you don't say yes naman talaga to all.
Mhm. Yes.
But when in my observation, you say
Mhm.
yes. Pero baka for proton stuff lang.
Madalas,
Yes.
yes, for
Yes.
proton stuff. Because I
Mm-mm.
guess I feel safe. It's a
Mm.
safe space to always say yes to.
Mm-hmm.
Because yung sa iba, of course, medyo, what am I going to say yes to here? Maybe I'm not so sure. So,
Uh-huh.
there's always like, let me think. But I guess with the
Oh, okay.
protons, because, we've been together since 2017, so it's like, yes,
Yeah.
uh-uh, yes,
I love
yes,
it.
please.
Yes. Yes. So if
And I
you've
would
been, I
credit,
mean, yeah,
mm-mm,
go ahead.
and I would credit saying yes to all the Kimi Love and Light workshops and
Mm.
classes and programs. I'm where I am now because, I said yes.
Yes. Well, I just wanted to point out because I noticed there are some who have been following and who have subscribed to the newsletter
Mm-hmm.
for years since 2000 maybe 12 when I first jumped on MailChimp. But not everybody says yes.
Yeah.
So I want you all to observe, to
Mm-hmm.
learn from Jo, parang where she is now because of saying yes. And I guess this is her way of manifesting a lot of things by being an artist by saying yes. I guess that's
Mm-hmm.
one of them,
Yeah.
right? But before anything else as well, I want you to tell us what you're grateful for today. What are three things that you're grateful for?
Oh my God, three things I'm grateful for today is, of course, waking up to a bright, beautiful, sunny day.
Yeah.
And then I'm grateful that I had a wonderful lunch with my auntie who came all the way from Iloilo to house sit. And she
Oh,
lives
nice.
in, parang we call it the province of Quezon City. And she braved traffic to come to Makati, imagine.
Wow.
Yeah, it took her
Yes.
an hour and a half. And of course, I'm grateful to visit my parents this afternoon with my auntie. So we had like a nice chit chat with the family. Yeah.
Yay! So a lot of family time
Mm-hmm.
today, and
Yep,
I'm
yep.
glad that you made it here. Wala bang dinner?
Wala na. Tama na daw.
Ah, wala na. Sobra na. Sobra na pala.
Baba daw,
Oo.
dumibilog na kami.
Ako, oh my God. Well, anyways, four ways to manifest. You shared this actually to the Manifest 111 playground
Mm-hmm.
last Saturday. And obviously, last night we had our mastermind and everybody was raving about
Mm-hmm.
your yeses, your successes, your accomplishments. So I thought, like, you know what? Why don't we tell the public?
Yes.
So that more people will find out, people who haven't said yes yet,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or who are on the edge, on the fence,
Yep.
um who are
Mm-hmm.
curious about like what's really on the other side of
Right.
saying yes,
Mm-hmm.
basically. So I
Yes.
know you have your own like little like way of manifesting,
Mm-hmm.
and what is that? Tell
Yes.
us, like the four
So
ways.
my four ways of manifesting, I would compare to planting. Because recently I've been, well, not actually recently, it's just that I've really been into plants and I thought I didn't have a green thumb then. But during the
Mm,
pandemic, I realized, ay, meron pala, which is applicable to manifesting also and saying yes. And, we'll start with number one. So for
yes,
me, number one is plant your seed. So
plant your
yes.
seed.
So after planting, while planting your seed, so it's for me, it's like, for me, I planted the seed of I want to have an exhibit. It was just an
Mm-hmm.
exhibit. And then because I planted the seed to have an exhibit, syempre you have like little sanga na, could be group exhibit, could be solo exhibit. Basta, I just planted the seed that I
Yeah.
want to have as an exhibit, whether it's a group or a solo. And then, of
Okay.
course, when you plant your seed, you try to also plant it in a good soil. And then you have to water it because if you don't water it, right, it won't grow. So
Right.
for me, watering the plant is like you have to, uh, parang you have to take classes and prepare and work
Mm-hmm.
for the seed that you planted. So if you planted the seed and you don't do anything about it, then it won't grow.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, watering for me is attending workshops,
Mm-hmm.
practicing my craft, exploring new techniques, um, trying
Mm-hmm.
everything. It's like, saying yes to everything that I think will help grow my seed, kumbaga, which is my
Mm.
manifestation for having my solo exhibit, whether it's a group
Yeah.
or a solo.
Yeah, I just want to rewind a little
Mm-mm.
bit
Yep.
with the planting your
Mm-hmm.
seed. Parang, how did you know that you wanted to plant that? Because there are people, and I
Ah.
believe we had that, parang situation last
Mm-mm.
night. They're saying, is there a class
Ah.
wherein we know what seed to plant, like what
Okay.
dream I need to
Yep.
have, or, you know, we, and I even
Mm-hmm.
have this problem as well
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like, okay, so that's done. So what do I want next? What seed do I plant? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how did you get to that point of knowing what to plant, or has this
Okay.
been there all this time?
Art has been there all this time. So I guess it's a
Mm,
matter of
art.
starting to plant the seed. It's like I always had the seed in my hand, but I was too scared to plant it because I was
Ooh.
afraid it might not grow
Mm,
to the environment. The soil isn't rich enough, or maybe I'll buy
mm.
a wrong soil, maybe all those maybes and buts. So it
Ay,
was
nako.
only recently that I started to be brave enough and say, okay, I'll plant the seed. Bahala na.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, I mean, sorry, I'm just really asking
Yeah.
more questions because I feel like people will have these questions as well. And
Mm-hmm.
if you guys have questions,
Yes,
please
please.
type them down.
Yes.
I'm thinking, okay, so it was in your hand
Mm-hmm.
and then you were scared. How
Mm-hmm.
did you let go of the scaredness? Like, what happened
Oh,
there? I'm
that's
curious.
when the proton workshops happened. I did manifesting
Okay.
111. I did
Yeah.
sacred ripple effect. We did quantum
Mm-mm.
leap. So all of these things gave me that confidence to see that, oh, sige, maybe it's really time to plant the seed and see
Mm.
where how it will grow. And then going
Mm.
back to your
Okay.
question about knowing what seed to plant and
Yeah.
which choices to make, I guess because
Yeah.
I've been that type of person who parang jack of all trade.
Yeah.
I like to dabble in little things, but I don't really know which one to pursue. So it's sort of
Yeah.
like I have an assortment of seeds that I
Okay.
don't know yet which one to plant.
Mm-mm.
But sometimes I'll plant multiple variety of seeds and then
Yeah.
just wait for which one to grow. So some people would know I'm an artist. I'm a visual artist, and then I'm also a gallerist. I started during the
Mm.
pandemic. I've been holding online exhibits. I'm
Mm.
also a photographer. I love to cook. I'm a foodie. I also bake
Mm.
during the pandemic. So
Mm.
it's like diba? It's trying out different variety of seeds, planting
Okay.
them and see which ones grow to my liking. And because maybe I
Right.
planted a lot of seed and it's the art plant, kumbaga, that attracted
Mm-mm.
me that I want to nurture and really make it blossom and become more abundant. The rest, siguro
Right.
one pot muna. Then when I'm ready, then I
Right.
can start expanding them, maybe repotting them and making them grow bigger.
Mm.
Parang ganon.
That's right. So
Yeah.
parang this one right now is the season of art.
Yes.
Because
Correct.
maybe the other seeds will bloom at another
Mm-hmm.
time in another, I
Yes.
guess, period
Mm-hmm.
in your life.
Yes.
But you have planted. That's the
Mm-mm.
important part. You have
Right.
planted the seed.
I have planted.
Hindi yung ano parang start from scratch,
Mm-hmm.
'di
Yes.
ba?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So planting and then watering,
Mm-hmm.
parang you just tried everything. You attended several
Yes.
workshops, art
Mm-hmm.
workshops,
Mm-hmm.
explored different techniques.
Yes.
You kept saying yes. This is your watering,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then
What? Yeah,
mm,
go ahead.
number 3 na tayo.
Sige.
Yes. So for number 3, it's nurture.
Mm-hmm.
So once you, of course, when you plant your seed, you water them. After a few weeks or few months, depending on the seed that you planted, you have to nurture it. So it's like you have to
Mm.
water daily, give them fertilizer. So in my case, I was practicing what I've watered. Kunyari. So I attend workshops. So it doesn't stop with just attending workshops. So when I'm home, I'll start to experiment, you start to dabble. And then if you find a technique that you like, you just keep
Mm.
practicing and practicing until you get it.
Mm.
It doesn't have to be
Ah,
perfect. You just have to be happy that you are doing what you are doing and enjoying the
nice.
outcome. So that
Like
for me, that
playing. You're
yes,
right, yeah, in the playground,
mm-hmm.
just playing and
Yes. So
enjoying the
correct.
process, enjoying the learning.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
don't be afraid to make mistakes and don't be too judgmental, but it happens. We are our worst critic.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember Anita shared that she's a farmer and it takes
Mm,
patience. So when you nurture something, you don't really expect everything to happen the next day or 24 hours after. So normally for a plant, even mung beans that you can grow in like a week, it still takes a week.
yeah.
For I don't know, but a week ba or 3 days ang mung beans. So it still
Oo.
takes time. It doesn't mean that when you
Mm-mm.
plant the seed now, after 1 hour, it'll become a tree. So you
True.
have to be patient. When you nurture
Mm,
something, patience is there.
mm,
And yeah,
yeah.
that's I think the fun part also to explore.
Did you ever struggle with your patience?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I would say I'm one of those person who is a bit impatient because I want immediate
Yeah.
results. So when it
Yeah.
came to my art, watercolor is one medium that I enjoyed because you get immediate um, results. So when you paint with watercolor, when it's dry, you can either paint some more on top of it, you do layers, and then you can
Mm-mm.
actually finish a painting in a day or garlic also, you can also finish in a day. Oil, it takes time to dry. So I haven't tried oil, so that speaks to you about my impatience.
Patience.
Yeah.
You don't want to
No,
wait
no,
so long.
no.
Oh,
Parang even
oh.
cooking, I like to cook something that's quick and easy, and you don't,
Mm.
it satisfy your cravings immediately. Of course, there's also nice thing about stews and 12-hour slow cook beef ribs, ganyan.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yes.
foodie pa rin, no?
Oh,
But
yeah,
yes.
but then that means you're gonna need to. Have
Mm,
you waited that long for
for
anything that
what?
you cooked?
Oh,
Your
yes, I did.
sourdough, diba?
Sourdough bread, yes. But
Mm.
for sourdough bread kasi, when you, kunyari, wait for an hour or two, you see growth, you see, it puffs up,
Mm,
and then you
mm.
fold. And every time you do your fold, you see it become stretchy and more stable, parang ganyan. Ang stew kasi, di ba, sometimes you really have to wait. And then you can't, like water. I remember my mom kept saying, stop staring at the water, it will not boil immediately.
Mm.
So parang, okay.
Even
But you
that.
can't stop looking at it and waiting for it to boil. And you kept saying, why so tagal? Why so tagal? Why so tagal?
Oo.
But yeah, patience,
Yeah.
patience, patience.
Patience. So
Mm-hmm.
nurturing, I guess nurture equals nurturing also your patience.
Yes, correct. And allowing the process to do its thing.
Yeah.
That's why I love
Yeah.
flow art.
Yeah.
Kasi it's a bit, well, I would call it fast and you see result immediately, but you still have to let it dry.
Mm.
And I let my art dry for at least 6 hours to overnight. So
Mm.
again, you need patience because you can't see the final result until it's dry. So it's like,
Yeah. Ah,
but then you have to
okay.
let it go.
So, yes, that is a lesson that all of us need to learn. Like, sure, we can plant seeds, we can do everything, but also it really takes time for it to
Mm-hmm.
bloom. But we
Yes.
just need to keep doing it.
Yes.
Because also, if we don't nurture and water it,
Mm-hmm.
then mamamatay.
Correct. Exactly.
Mm,
No?
mm-mm.
So yun.
Okay,
And
so I think
then,
we're ready for number
mm-hmm.
4.
So number 4 is the best part is when you harvest. So
Harvest.
after you planted your seed, you watered it, you nurtured it,
Mm-mm.
then after waiting patiently for the right time, then your plant or tree starts to bear fruits and started to bloom, and
Mm.
then it starts to fruit. So that's the best part. So for me, the fruit will be when I got invited not to group shows. I
Mm-mm.
got invited by a gallery to do a duo with my dad, which is happening
Mm-mm.
right now in Art Lounge
Mm.
Molito. So
Yes.
it's the harvest thing that is the most satisfying when you
Mm-mm.
manifest something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I love this is your recent manifestation because you recently came back from Hong Kong, I think last month
Mm-hmm.
or the other month,
Yeah.
April.
Uh,
April, right? You went to Hong Kong.
Feb, I think March,
Or
March,
Feb,
March,
March.
March.
Okay, and then it was the art
Yes,
baseball. That's right.
yes.
And then when you were there, you were like, "Oh my gosh, it would be nice if I had an exhibit here
Mm-hmm.
in Hong Kong."
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yes.
told me that you were like,
Yes.
"I want to manifest that, like to be invited to a Hong Kong exhibit."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And guess what?
Yes.
You are.
Yes. I got
Oh my
invited to
gosh.
do an exhibit this coming November in Hong Kong.
Mm,
Details to
yeah.
follow. But yeah, that's part of the manifestation. So I guess I planted the seed
Yes.
when I was in Hong Kong March, and then I told Kimi and everybody who would listen to me.
Yes.
Then, of course, I watered it by painting some more, joining group
Yes.
exhibits. Parang that's my practice session.
Correct.
Then nurturing the idea in my head that, okay, I think I'm
Mm-mm.
ready. I have pieces that I think is good enough
Mm.
to be shown in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But I'll make more. So I have more
Yes.
choices of which one will go to Hong Kong. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, harvest will be in November.
Yeah, we'll just branch out a little to that one because in the hopes that the artists over here are listening and watching the replay, maybe they also want to manifest like their own exhibit,
Mhm.
to be invited by a
Yes.
gallery, to invited by international galleries. Like, how did you do your planting, watering, nurturing, harvesting,
Mm.
to manifest your exhibits
Yes.
as an artist?
I guess the simple answer to this is showing up.
Mm.
And Kimi knows this. I was an introvert. I
Mm.
kept saying I'm an introvert, but apparently hindi daw pala.
No eh. Oo.
Parang,
Parang since
ano ba?
forever. Parang,
Yes. Parang I've always,
oo.
yeah. Parang
Yeah.
if it's 1 to 2 people, I keep talking nonstop. Pero pag marami ng tao, if it's a crowd, it's like,
Yeah.
I,
Which is fine.
wish,
I think
yeah.
it's just, like,
Mm,
you can't be pabibo masyado in a
correct.
crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're just spacing everybody. But I
So I
think you're
guess,
really outgoing.
I think so too. Now I know. And I guess
Yeah.
mhm. And I keep showing up. I mean, when you get
Mm.
invited by someone, if you want to join, join. Don't be afraid. And then just
Mm.
listen and, follow the rules and the regulations and the mechanics of how to go about joining this group. And then keep showing up. Social media helps. And this is what I learned
Mm.
from Kimi. Keep showing up even if
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to make it too perfect, because sometimes that's my
Okay.
mistake. Whenever I try to post something, I want it to be perfect, and then I end up posting like 11:30 in the evening. Parang, okay, who will see my post?
Ah, late na.
Late na. So
Okay.
one tip I learned is don't be afraid. Just post. Sometimes it's all those tiny mistakes that make it
Mm.
more human
Right.
and more real.
For
And
sure.
and
Oh.
everybody naman makes not naman mistake, but I guess everybody has their own way of posting and showing up. So just
Mm-mm.
show up as yourself.
Yeah, so for now, I mean, before, obviously during the pandemic, all we could do was show up online. But
Mhm.
now I know that you're really showing up in person because you are really everywhere.
Yes.
You travel all over the Philippines and all over the world
Mm-hmm.
now,
Yep.
and you are still showing up online
Mm-hmm.
as well. And this is why, I mean, Jo gets to be
Yeah.
invited because she keeps showing up.
Mm-hmm.
She's basically what she's doing right now is she's top of mind of people,
Thank you.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
they're like, oh, flowers. Ah, Jo does flowers. Oh,
Uh-uh.
Chinese painting. Ah, yeah, ano, Jo is Chinese, so
Mm-mm.
we invite her.
Yeah.
It's because they keep seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm so happy that you allowed
Yay.
yourself to show up.
Thank you. Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I know before you had some
Oh, yeah.
blockages, hindrances
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in showing up. Maybe you can tell them a little bit about the history of that
Okay.
one. If, yeah.
Okay. So when I started with Kimi and trying to show up, it was very hard because I guess we were conditioned to be private and
Yes.
not show up. I mean, you have to be
Mm,
under the radar, but then I
mm,
guess deep inside I want to do something that I really want to share with the entire universe.
mm,
And
mm,
then yeah, I joined Kimi and I learned a lot of techniques to unblock myself, and that
mm-hmm.
actually sharing is good. Sharing what
Yes.
I've gone through, sharing what I know, what I do, and my experiences. Apparently, it helps inspire other people who went
Yeah.
through who's going through what I went through. So yeah, it's
Yes. A lot
very
of
empowering
people,
actually.
I don't know if you noticed, like people were leaving messages in our
Ah,
chat in the Zoom session, and
mm-hmm.
they were saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm that person now."
Yes.
Or I can relate. I was like that as
Mm-hmm.
well. So afraid of showing up because she was conditioned, I guess, with her
Mm-mm.
family, with
Yes.
society as
Yes.
well, just be under the radar, all of
Mm-mm.
these things. And tell us now that you're showing up,
Yeah.
how do you feel now?
Actually, it's very empowering. And I
Mm-hmm.
was a bit taken aback when they were like last night, diba, they were saying, oh, it's the Proton Elite. And I was like, oh, really? Why elite? In my head, we just happened to be one of the early
Yeah,
batches. But
yeah.
it's I guess because we have been showing up earlier
Mm-hmm.
than the others, so we became more
Mm-hmm.
visible. And because they were saying that, I inspired them to pursue their passion. We even have one, I would call classmates who was thinking of retiring from corporate,
Yeah.
but didn't know what to do. So I was
Mm-hmm.
telling her, when I retired from corporate, I guess I was a bit lucky that I know I wanted to pursue art. But then I came to art when I was still in corporate and trying to chill and end up in a mall that happened to offer an art workshop, which is
Mm-hmm.
the start of my art career. Kumbaga.
Mm-hmm.
Parang
Yeah,
yun.
when they said na parang when the student is ready, the teacher will show up.
Yes, I agree with that.
Mm, yeah.
So
Yeah,
agree with that.
Joe was saying, wow, big
Uy,
names. Protons Elite and big names. Grabe.
I remember that.
Um, but yes, I think it's because of your yeses, really.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Agree.
this group has been saying yes over and over,
Mm-hmm.
and they feel like big and like elite because I guess you already radiate the
Mm.
confidence, right,
Agree.
of showing
Mm-hmm.
up. So congratulations, John.
Thank
So
you
happy for
so
you.
much. Thank you for the
Um,
Protons community.
and there's so much more now. I will give this opportunity, this platform for you
Mm-hmm.
to now manifest your next manifestation. Remember, because when we keep talking about it and
Yep.
announcing, it
Mm-hmm.
happens
Mm-hmm.
faster. So
Agree.
go for it.
So, um, I have an exhibit now with my dad at
Mhm.
Art Lounge Molito in Alabang, which runs until June 15. And I'll be at Art Lounge Molito, Alabang on June 15 in the afternoon, around 3 p.m. onwards.
Okay.
So I hope to see you guys there. And then come October, maraming manifestations. So hold on. In October, we're going to have a major exhibit with the floral artists of Manila in Iloilo. Um,
Mm.
October 8th is the date.
Ooh,
So I hope you
that's a
guys,
nice date.
especially the audience from Iloilo, do drop by. It will be held at the Citadines Amigo Hotel
Mhm.
on October 8th. So we'll have the details out soon. And then, of course, I was invited to a group exhibit in Hong Kong. Exciting, in November. So
Ooh, yes.
I'm manifesting that my piece will be sold out. Find a new
Nice.
home.
Wow. Oh, Senora Ballerita is
Yes,
going on June
yes.
15. It's in
Ay,
Alabang.
oo.
She'll go to you.
No reason not to go.
She needs to get at least two
Oo
pieces. Or
nga,
baka,
yes.
or sold out ka na ba? Sold out
Hindi
na
pa, hindi
yata.
pa. Hinihintay
Ay,
si
hindi pa.
Ana. Hinihintay si
May
Ana.
dalawa for her.
Oo,
May dalawa for her.
correct.
Mahilig yan bumili ng art.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know. So I'll see you on June 15.
Yeah. And then
I'll be there
you
3 p.m.
still have another manifestation. There's no date yet,
Yes.
but this is like your next big thing. Your big hairy audacious goal.
Which one? Ganun, which one?
With Joanne
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kath and Kimi Love
Yes.
and Live
Yes.
Publishing.
I am um writing a cookbook.
Wow!
Well, I have to rephrase that kasi
Oo,
audacious, diba? I am
oo.
writing my New York sold out
Ah,
New
oh,
York
yes.
bestseller #1 list food scribing cookbook.
Wow!
Yeah.
I love it. Food scribing. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay, congratulations for all of these manifestations.
Yes.
I know it is happening already. Yay.
Yes.
And Anna, maybe you can also come on June 20 for the
Mm-mm.
gathering with the spoiled mommy. So I'm also inviting everyone to that. And just send me a DM so I can give you the complete details. How much, where it is, what time, what to expect, etc. Thanks so much, Joe, and
Thank
I'll
you,
see you.
Kimi.
I will literally see you
Yes.
tomorrow. Okay.
Yes,
Bye.
yes,
Take care.
yes.
Good night.